Welcome back to another episode of TPC. Let's do the Week 15 predictions. Coming off of Week 15 Thursday night football game with the Falcons winning off a game-winning field goal, crazy win if anything. I'm surprised with this. I mean, the Bucks are going literally falling off. They started 6-2, have lost about five out of their last 6 games. I do not know after losing back-to-back games, division games at home. I don't know what is going on with them. I really don't know why this team is falling apart. The Falcons had nothing to play for. Kyle Pitts had a phenomenal game. Bijan had a phenomenal game. Kirk Cousins is undefeated in the division since joining last year, 3-0 against the Bucks. I mean, he loves playing the Buccaneers, it looks like. So this guy goes off. I mean, 30 for 44 with 3 touchdowns. Phenomenal game by him. Kyle Pitts with 3 touchdowns. I don't know what the Bucks are going, okay? They're giving the game to the Panthers, giving the division to the Panthers. They got the Panthers next week. The Falcons' main Raheem Mostert Morris is playing for his job pretty much, keeping his job, trying to keep it because they don't got a first rounder. I mean, the only thing is they got to keep winning because they don't got a first. I mean, make the pick less valuable, if anything, but because you got nothing to play for, if anything, now. So maybe their jobs. I mean, we know Kyle Pitts is their talks now. They're going to bring him back on a franchise tag, maybe. In this game, they didn't have Drake London. It's kind of impressive, also. So maybe they come back next year better and well coached. And we see what the Bucks are falling off right now. Todd Bowles is getting exposed on the defensive side. Baker Mayfield's not the same quarterback since his injuries. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how Week 16 goes for both these teams, especially the Bucks. Heading into another game, Chicago versus Cleveland. The Saturday Sunday games, pretty much. This game. I mean, Shadur Sanders went off last game, and he should have won. They should have won this game, but Tevin Stefanski called a dumb 2-point conversion. I don't know why he called that. I mean, Shadur had around, I think, it was about 4 touchdowns, I believe, that game. A total of about 397 yards total, if I am correct, in that game by him. Let me see the stats by Shadur. Yeah, 364 yards. Led the team in rushing also, I believe. Well, not rushing yards, not my bad. With the touchdown. So he had 4 touchdowns in this game total, okay? With the interception. And he almost led a crazy comeback. But the thing is, the Browns were up in this game 1 point. But 17-14, and they choked it, and then it ended up being 31-17. And then the Shadur had to come back for this team, and they almost came back. It just Kevin Stefanski's dumb play calling kind of sold this team, if I had to say. Chicago, coming off a loss against Green Bay, could have won that game if Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, phenomenal game in the second half. First half, it was kind of lackluster, but the second half, he performed really well, and they could have won this game. Every Packers fan is coming out saying this dude, Caleb Williams, is the quarterback, and they got to play this guy next week after this week, okay? Back-to-back weeks, kind of rush. And Chicago hosting this game, okay, at home. But the thing is, can they keep it up? I know the defense is going to be good. I know Caleb Williams and the run game is going to be consistent. Can they stop Myles Garrett? Myles Garrett's going to be the big X point. Can you double team him? I mean, this offensive line one of the best in the league right now. I mean, they did decent performance against the Packers last week, but that defense was good in the first half. But the second half, the guy got exposed a little bit. But minus the interception that Caleb Williams threw in the end zone and missing DJ Moore, I'm not going to blame him on that. I mean, we have misreads, but he had a phenomenal game other than that one pick. Okay, but I look at this game. Browns have nothing to play for. More Shadur is going to finish the year. More stats for Shadur. I'm excited to see that. Chicago's favorite 7.5 in this game. So, I mean, Caleb Williams, 19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, same amount of interception right now. Swift, the run game has been the main carrier for this team with the play action. Nduze's questionable for this game. Sweat's been decent this year. I don't know. I mean, this Bears team is healthy. I mean, they're coming off a 4-game winning streak with a loss last week, and the Browns, I mean, they had a shootout. Maybe a lot of people saying this is a trap game because we saw this a couple years ago. The Browns almost lost this game in Chicago when Justin Fields was the quarterback in 23, I believe, before Caleb Williams was the quarterback. So maybe it's a competitive game. We'll see, but I think Myles Garrett's going to be the X factor of this game if the Bears want to win. Not the Bears, the Browns want to win this game. But I think if they dominate the run game and the run game consistent, I think the Chicago Bears should win this game. Okay. I don't need to say too much. New York versus Washington, divisional rival game. I'm always going to tune in for the Hard Knocks game. Hard Knocks for this, if anything. The Giants, they're playing for their first overall pick, maybe. Commanders, Jan Dales is questionable this game after losing Zach Ertz. Also, both these teams are eliminated. Just another normal division rival. Pretty much classic NFC East games. Battling each other because they have nothing to prove. So maybe the Giants win this game, ruin their first overall predictions. Washington builds up more draft capital because they only have 4 picks this draft or 5 because after trading for Marshall Lattimore and Tunsil and after a terrible year, I don't know. And the Giants are favorite 2.5 at home. Okay, maybe. And the games are only $10 in this game. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. So if I had to pick a team, Give me Jackson Darn those guys. I think the Giants are just going to sell their draft pick, if anything. So, yeah. Jags versus New York. Jags should win this game. They're at home, 13.5. Defense is looking phenomenal after the great win against, Colts last week with Daniel Jones getting hurt. Jets coming off blowout fashion, losing to the Dolphins in their mean wearing green jerseys, like Gotham City jerseys, was terrible. If anything, the Jets getting ready for April. Tyler Taylor playing for his job. I don't even know. Maybe they're more ready for April. Jags are trying to build a resume, keep themselves alive for the playoffs, for the AFC South division, and I think they should win this game. Okay, Houston, another AFC South, playing the Cardinals. This is the interesting about the Cardinals. Kyler Murray is done for the year. Also, the Cardinals, their quarterback Brissett has been having a phenomenal year. He's one of the best quarterbacks efficiently. Keeps offenses going. Now they're placing them one of the best defenses in the world. Okay. In the NFL pretty much. And Texans are literally killing every quarterback right now, making every quarterback look like they're a C team quarterback right now for any middle school team. If I had to say, looking terrible. That's my opinion on that. Made Patrick Mahomes look stupid, made Josh Allen look stupid, makes everyone your favorite quarterback look stupid out there. So I don't know how this is going to work for Brissett, and they don't even have anyone. Marvin Harrison, I think, is back this week. We'll see. Trey Benson's done for the year. So the Cardinals are just ready for the next season, and maybe Jonathan Gannon might lose his job. Maybe. We'll see. Texans also compete for the AFC South. So, we'll see. And it's in Houston, and 10.5 favorites in this game. I think, and another thing coming off is the Texans winning off that game on Sunday night. That CJ Stroud can play, if he could play a complete first, like how he was in the first half, looked phenomenal the first half. It looked like rookie CJ. Looked like, ooh, and the defense looked, ooh. They can look like that. I'm not worried. The second half, I am worried. This guy went 17 for 35. I don't know what this guy is. It's so inconsistent. It's a roller coaster and then ending terribly. So it's like ties on the lows and I don't know. That's my thoughts about that. So if I just have to say, I think the Texans should win this game, but it really depends if CJ Stroud can be consistent. And if he's not, we're going to probably have another defensive touchdowns and whatever you call it. Cincinnati versus Baltimore. Bengals could have won last week, but they shot themselves in the foot. 2 picks in a row. Joe Burrow's kind of sold. Almost came back, though. I'm not going to harp on that. I mean, they choked a 28-18 lead. Joe Burrow threw a pick six, a 64-yard thing, and then they threw a pick right away, and the Bills scored another touchdown. It was just terrible canon events, if anything, with this team. And they still have a shot for the playoffs, but they're finishing the year with a losing record. Ravens coming off a tough loss against, the Steelers. And, I mean, we saw this game a couple weeks ago on Thanksgiving. Both these teams were having a phenomenal game. It's just the Bengals just dominating that game. The defense looked good. Offense looked good. Joe Burrow's first game. Can they win this game in Cincinnati? Baltimore's favorite. They got 3 points right now. I'm honestly going to take I honestly think the Bengals. I think the Bengals offense. I think Lamar Jackson. I mean, he got picked up a little bit last week against the Steelers. Coming back a little bit, they could have won the game, but likely his touchdown didn't call back, so it kind of hoed them a little bit. But I think the Bengals offense is way better. I think this defense for this Ravens kind of fell back on earth. I mean, we look like Aaron Rodgers looked like this guy looked really good. Made DK look good. So I'm worried about this Ravens defense is falling back to earth, and they're kind of like losing their footing after that Bengals game kind of exposed the defense a little bit. So maybe the Ravens lose this game and they drop down to I believe 6-8, 6-8, and if they miss the playoffs, dude, and the Bengals can somehow win this division at 8-9, I doubt it because the Steelers don't have a losing record. Maybe the Steelers just win this division. We'll see. But yeah, I just don't know what's going on with this Ravens team. They just fall apart pretty much, especially how they did last week. I'm really shocked how they lost. I really thought they were going to win against the Steelers, and now they're falling back and they're spiraling in tornadoes, if anything. So yeah. Enough of talk of that. Philadelphia versus Vegas. Philly's favorite 12.5. Kenny Pickett is playing as quarterback this week. And no Lane Johnson. No Jalen Carter. I'm going to tell you an interesting fact about this, okay? When Lane Johnson is not playing, you know what the record is for this Eagles team? 1-11 in the Jalen Hurts era, okay? Jalen Hurts is coming off 4 interceptions last game. One of his worst games. Could have won this game still in overtime. Threw a crucial interception. Raiders coming off a close game against the Broncos, but we know they're division rivals. They always show up for anything. And Max Crosby is a game record right now pretty much for this team, and it's in Philadelphia. If the Raiders win this game, Philadelphia, you're not making the playoffs. My only thing is if Genti can have a performance like the Bears did against them and the run game is that dominant, then the Eagles will lose this game. I think the Raiders will win this. That's the only thing. And Kenny Pickett's facing his former team, that team that he was a big fan of growing up, joined them last year as a backup quarterback, won the Super Bowl with them. Maybe he wants to get back on them. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't really. My key part with this game is that Philadelphia does not get the simple plays going. The defense, we know the defense is solid. Okay, the Raiders' offense is inefficient, and there's nothing going for them. We're just going to see if they have a quarterback next year. Maybe Fernando, maybe Dante Moore, maybe Nosaros is coming back for another year of college. So never mind, he's not going for the draft. So maybe John Mateer. I don't know. We'll see who the quarterback play is, but. I mean, as a Cowboys fan, I would love the Eagles to lose, but I doubt they lose this game. If they somehow bad, Eagles bad. So give me the Eagles this game. They're not losing to the 2-11 Raiders, and if they do, I don't even know how they're going to lose this game. Enough to talk about that. New England versus Buffalo at New England. Buffalo was fair 1.5 in this game. New England beat this Bills team at Buffalo last time. And the Bills are coming off a great win against the Bengals with no defense, but it came back with a great game, 28-18. Josh Allen looked really good. James Cook looked good. Except my part, he fumbled the ball. And Josh Allen is having a baby now. I don't even know. It's kind of crazy. He's having a great week. Maybe he wants to beat New England this week. I don't know. Or maybe he's going to lose to his other, maybe his, not his son, maybe his new father. I don't know. Drake May. Because this dude, Drake May, is he's looking really good. And this is the first time the Patriots are playing a good team after a long stretch of playing nobodies. I mean, the Jets, the Bengals, the Falcons, everyone is a bunch of nobodies, and the Giants. So maybe they actually have a serious game in New England now. We'll see. Stephon Diggs maybe has to go off a game like last time because he went off against in Buffalo. Drake May had a phenomenal game last time also. So, but the turnovers kind of ruined this game for this Bills team last time we saw these two teams face each other. So maybe they can fix the turnover issue. Don't turn over the ball like 3 times in a row and actually build momentum, because I think if they don't turn over the ball, fumbles, and crucial things, maybe they can win this game. That's my key factor, but I do not think New England is going to beat the Bills this game. The Bills are not getting swept. I have a feeling the Bills are going to somehow win this game. I think Josh Allen's going to turn it up a little bit, playing in Foxborough. We'll see how he goes. James Cook, I think he'll not fumble the ball, hopefully. And we already know it. Dalton Kincaid's back in the offense. He had a great game last week. Keenan Coleman got a touchdown. We know how this offense works. Whoever has the hot hand in the receiver catchers, they win this game. And the defense just got to get some stops. Can they get some turnovers? Can they get the picks? Like last week, they got some 2 turnovers in the game to crucially change the momentum for this game. So if they can get first turnovers, put pressure on Drake May, maybe they have a chance. But Drake May, he's a favorite right now at the MVP with Matthew Stafford. Them two right now balling out. We'll see how this game goes. But I'm going to take the Bills this game. I think the Bills are going to win this game. And I do not see the Patriots sweeping this year on the Bills this year. So that's my thoughts on that. Kansas City versus the Chargers. Chiefs coming off a loss against the Texans, and it was a disbelief matchup. Mahomes looked like he saw nothing, but I'm not going to blame it on Mahomes because this dude Mahomes was literally rattled every single play, went 16 for 34, had one of his worst QBRs since like a long, long time. Maybe the Chargers coming off a great win also against the Eagles team, but the Eagles kind of shockingly, the Chargers offense did not look good. Justin Herbert coming off his hand surgery, and they still won the game, and Justin Herbert was the leading rusher, and he had an interception and a fumble. The offense didn't look good. Lad McConkey got locked up. Quinn Johnson got locked up. Everyone got locked up, okay? The leading receiver was literally Vidal, that one catch with 100, catch, 6 yards. Maybe the defense, I'm not blaming. I think the defense is going to be good. I think Jim has been doing it really good with the defense, so I'm not going to harp on the defense right now because the Chargers defense did really good against Philadelphia, minus that one touchdown. But, it was a holding call also. If the Chiefs lose this game, they drop to 6-8. We might have to be in a while. It's going to see until the Chiefs make it back to the playoffs. Maybe it's a new era. Maybe it's a new time. Maybe it's finally done. They don't have a run game. Mahomes was the leader rusher. Mahomes is trying everything for this team to get a chance to win. The Chiefs have failed this year, this organization, if I have to say. And it kind of shows that they need to rebuild better. They need to build this offensive line. They let go Tooney, and they bring back Trey Smith, and Creed's still there. The tackles are terrible. The run game is non-existent. Travis Kelce's literally washed. I mean, it's bad. We'll see how it goes with this game. I honestly think the Chargers win this game. I think Justin Herbert will bounce back, have a better game in his performance against Philadelphia after his hand surgery. And Mahomes is going to try his best. It's going to be a shootout game, but I trust the Chargers defense more than the Chiefs offense. I think the Chiefs offense is going to sell Mahomes and those guys. And that's just how it is. I just don't think Mahomes and these guys figure it out. I think they missed the playoffs this year. I know they're fair 6 in the game, 6, and it's At KC, I just don't believe the Chiefs get it done. That's my thoughts on that. I don't see it happening. Okay. San Fran versus Tennessee. Do I need to say anything too much? Tennessee's coming off a great win against the Browns. Cam Ward looked good. Came back in that game. Literally manhandled some couple guys. Tony Pollard had other crazy touchdowns. But does this matter? No, San Fran should get the dub. I think San Fran should dominate in this game. I think Brock Purdy and George Kittle and CMC are having a phenomenal right now. CMC is questionable in this game, if I am correct. I don't know if he's playing this game. Let me see. I think he's back. I think so. No, he's questionable for this game with his back injury. Also, Brandon Ayuk is done for the year, so he's not playing this year because he's going to get traded probably at the end of this year because they do not like him and they have conversational issues right now. Okay, that's what this team is at. So, the Niners should win this game. Don't get me wrong, Cam Ward and those guys had a phenomenal game, but the defense is still mediocre. You're facing George Kittle and Brock Purdy this game, maybe CMC. They'll get it done. I think the Niners and the boys will get it done, and the Niners will move up to 10-4, building momentum for a wild card spot because they're not getting the division. We know the Rams are winning that division. So, yeah, give me the Niners in this game in a dominant fashion. Favorite total 12.5, so give me that, okay? Speaking of their division rivals, let's harp on the game of the week pretty much. Los Angeles versus Detroit. Detroit's coming off a great win against Dallas last week on Thursday night. Offense looked phenomenal. Defense looked decent. My secondary is kind of lackluster. No Arnold anymore. Brian Branch is questionable. I think he's done for the year, I think. Towards Achilles or something bullshit. I don't even know. Rams offense looking phenomenal, a good looking consistent, looking like they're back, baby. And Matthew Stafford building that momentum for that MVP year after a great win against I believe it was the Cardinals last week. Did they play the Cardinals last week? Yes, the 45-17 dominate fashion. Pook had a phenomenal game. Those guys looking good. Questionable game. Devontae Adams is questionable for this game. Brian Branch out for the year. So the thing is, Lions, you won the game against the Cowboys, okay? You're still injured. You still got the injury bugs. Can you win in LA? Can Jared Goff go back to LA with the crowd with it? Because last time he came to LA was in 2020, COVID year, or 21. I don't even know. He hasn't been to LA with a crowd. So we'll see how this game goes. I definitely have to say, give me the Rams in this game. I think the Rams are going to get it done. Move 11-3. I just do not trust the Detroit's defense because they're getting injured. Everyone's falling apart right now. Can they stay healthy? I don't know. The Rams offense is so good right now. They're moving teams around, high scoring right now. They don't turn over the ball like that one game against the Panthers. It's just crucial events. Kaiserslautern events happened with 3 turnovers, with the forced fumble, 2 picks. I am not blaming on them, okay? That was a trap game, if anything. In this game, they'll get it done. I think Sean McVay is going to outcoach Dan Campbell, and then Dan Campbell's going to just expose again, and Detroit fans are like, fire Dan Campbell because he can't do it done. Okay, it's going to be the same thing. They'll fall 8-6, and I honestly think the Detroit Lions will miss the playoffs this year. I do not think this year they're good. They got to figure some things out. Maybe it's not Jared Goff's fault. Jahmyr Gibbs is this offense. Montgomery's been decent. Like the offense looked great last week. Okay, my thing is the health. They got to figure out health. It's just health. The only way you can make a run for the Super Bowl or a championship is health. They had a great healthy year in 23, made it to the NFC Championship. Looked, everyone was back, and then last year, injuries kind of fell apart. 15-2 wasn't the same. Okay, this year injuries build up again on defense, not looking the same. Sam Laporta is out for the offense. I don't even know where Brock Wright's coming back. Okay, offensive line lackluster when they don't get pressured. Okay, you're facing a top tier defense with under Solik. Or Soli. I don't even know that DC. Yeah, the defense corner is phenomenal for this team. And the defensive line with Verse, Brian Young, Fisk, and Kobe Turner. I mean, that defensive line, his front seven is dangerous. Okay, in the secondary, Kobe Turner can go. Kobe Durant can come out of nowhere. I don't know if Lake's back for this game. He still got Kitchens in the back end, and then sometimes Forbes wants to look great like him, like right now, or looks like Commanders him. I don't know. We'll see what kind of Forbes we get. So give me the Rams this game. I think the Rams should dominate this game, and they still got Landman also. Landman's been really good for this team. So give me the Rams in a close game, probably game-winning field goal in this game. So yes. Enough of me yapping about that. New Orleans versus the Carolina Panthers. Carolina, they're building the momentum. I know it's in New Orleans. They did lose to Carolina. Carolina did lose to the Saints, okay? Earlier this year, 17-7. The run game was non-existent. They couldn't get anything going, and everyone was pissed off how the run game was not there, okay? Run the ball this game. Bryce Young, if you're not under pressure, can you win on the road? Can you do dominance? Can you finally beat the Saints? That's the thing. Can you win in the road against the Saints? I think you could. But it really does depend on your ability to not turn over the ball and build a run game, build a play action for this team, okay? We'll see how this team goes. I mean, the Saints, I'm still shocked. I do not know too much about the Saints this year. I don't know. Alvin Kamara's out for this week. Chris Olave, I have no clue about them. Tyler Schlo is just coming out of nowhere, somehow win these games. And they won the game against Tampa Bay because of Baker Mayfield's turnover abilities, can't keep the ball himself. It's just, I don't know how this team's winning. I think they just need a tank. They just go 1-16. You don't need to go draft pick. You just need to sell your season, okay? You need a better quarterback. I know Tyler Schlo is good, but you need a franchise quarterback because you cannot trust a 26-year-old to lead this team to a Super Bowl or a playoff team. I don't know. That's that. But give me the Panthers. They'll bounce back in this game. I bear it 2.5 in this game in New Orleans. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a ruthless game because the Saints, they always have competitive games with these guys, especially earlier this year. So give me the Carolina Panthers bounce back off that one loss against this team, okay? And they'll be 8-6 for the division and heading to Tampa Bay or hosting Tampa Bay. I forget that game, okay? So, yeah. CBS's game of week, okay? Hold up. I'm going to talk about this game, okay? Seattle versus Colts. Phil Rivers is back. He's starting this game. We're about to see an old man die. He's going to have a heart attack on the field. That Seattle defense is killing people. And my biggest concerns with Seattle is, can they start quick? Sam Darnold can look phenomenal, can look great, and then he looks like he throws interceptions, 3 interceptions. Like the last game against the Falcons, it was 6-6 in the first half. Second half, 37-6 or 37-9. The phenomenal game. JSN carrying this guy, okay? I think the Seahawks are going to lose in first round. It is literally the Vikings 2.0. Great receiver, like Justin Jefferson last year, JSN, same players. Great defense, great defensive coordinator. And Sam Darnold, looking phenomenal. Can he put a performance in this playoff game? Can he put the performance right there? I don't know. It's not consistent. It's not looking like he can lead this team consistently because when he plays a top-tier defense, we'll see how he does it on Thursday night and next week, hosting LA in Seattle. If he could show up, I can buy in Seattle Sam Darnold stock, okay? If he does have another performance like he did against against the Rams earlier this year with the 3 interceptions and throwing it turnover, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I don't think they're good. I do not think the defense is good, but Sam Darnold will handicap this team. And we might honestly have Jalen Murrow come out of nowhere and win this team. I don't even know. We've seen the same story before a couple years ago when the Seattle Seahawks signed a quarterback from the Green Bay Packers. I forgot his name, and they drafted Russell Wilson. Kind of the same situation. I know it's a whole different thing. I'm stereotypical. I think about like those kind of things. I'm stereotypical type of guy. Okay, that's my personality with that. Okay, so give me Seattle in this game because Phil Rivers and those Colts are choking. They're going 8-9. They're choking this thing. They're not winning all 4. Their stretch is terrible. They got Niners, Texans, Jags. Chop it up. It's chopped. Seattle win this game. 10. Now they're going to move to, I believe, is it 11-3 now? Then they move. Yeah, 11-3. They will move to 11-3. All right. JSN, we know he's the best receiver in the country. Well, not country, in the NFL. Yes. I don't know why I keep saying that in this video. Enough of that. Denver versus Green Bay. No Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is out for this game. Denver, 10 straight wins, coming off a great win over the Raiders last week. They're winning too many close score games. That's my biggest thing right now, okay? They're winning games, yes, it's looking good. 11-2, winning the division probably this year. They're winning too many close games. That's my biggest issue. You're having too many close games with these lower tier teams. I pick it up. I need a blowout. I need a blowout game. Give me blow out the Packers. Blow them out. Let me buy in the chip. Because if you don't blow out the Packers or you somehow lose by this team with their top tier, I know Wilson is good, but Emmanuel Wilson is decent, but Josh Jacobs is better. We know that. And I want to see how Jordan Love does under pressure with this defense, because this defense under Van Joseph is really good, one of the best defensive lines in the world, in the NFL right now in the league. And I'm really concerned. Can they keep it up? Can Jordan Love handle the pressure? He had a great game last week. Christian Watson had a phenomenal game against the Bears. Won that game, coming out down the wire. I think this game is going to go down to the Green Bay Packers defense. If the Green Bay Packers defense can rattle Bo Nix, and Bo Nix looks like terrible, maybe they can win this game. But the defense, it's going to be which defense falls. Which defense is going to have to make one of these quarterbacks look really good or really bad. That is the game plan for both these teams. Game of the Broncos. Gave me the Broncos win to win this game, and I think the Broncos win in a close margin. I think whoever quarterback sells, I think that's going to happen. So, gave me the Broncos this game. I think Jordan Love and that I trust the Denver's defense more than the Packers defense, if I have to say it. So yeah, Dallas versus Minnesota. Dallas is coming off a loss against Sunday night primetime. Also, Dallas is coming off a loss against the Detroit Lions, another NFC North team, and the Vikings are coming off a win against the NFC East team, the Commanders, with 31-0. Jay and Daniels got hurt in that game, and J.J. McCarthy had a decent game with 3 touchdowns, 160 yards, and it doesn't matter. Dallas is dominating this game. J.J. McCarthy's about to get destroyed, and because these type of games, the Dallas Cowboys should win. They should dominate because I do not trust that offense to handle the Dallas Cowboys defense, because I know the Dallas Cowboys defense makes any quarterback look good, but I just don't think that J.J. McCarthy 9 is going to look good. Quinn Williams is going to be on his butt. Donovan is going to be good. Trevon Diggs is supposed to play in this game, but then he was off IR. And the Cowboys said, "No, you're not playing. We don't like you anymore." Trevon Diggs is gone. He ruined that relationship after the Michael Parsons trade because he was like, "I'm upset about Michael Parsons leaving," pretty much. And I think that's done. Bland, I expect Bland to have a better game. Hopefully, he doesn't get cooked by Justin Jefferson. We'll see how that goes. And Justin Jefferson might kill the Cowboys and might be a high-scoring game. So, yeah, maybe, I don't know. It really depends what Cowboys defense you see this week. Hopefully, it's a good one. Maybe it's the one against the Eagles in the Chiefs game. Maybe. I don't know. Cowboys offense looks good. CeeDee Lamb is back this week. George Pickens, we'll see if he shows effort. Jonathan Williams, we'll see if they build the run game. Dak Prescott, I believe in Dak. We know that. We always believe in Dak. Dak is always that guy. So maybe they win this game. Maybe the Cowboys can build momentum and win this division. And Vikings, get a better quarterback. Maybe go trade for Joe Burrow. Maybe bring Justin Jefferson, a true quarterback. Yeah, Dallas by a big margin. Pittsburgh versus Miami. Give me the Dolphins. I said it. Give me the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going to go in Pittsburgh and win this game. I think they're building momentum right now. They're on a good stretch right now. Tua's looking good. A-Chain is playing this game. He's literally the lead horse for this team, carrying this team on his back. He's just trying everything to put this team with the win. There have won 1, 2, 3, 4 straight since the Baltimore game after getting blown out, okay? I think they win this game. I think they finish a year 6. I think they've honestly somehow built a wildcard movement. And Steelers, we know they'll win the division, of course. I think they'll finish 9-8 with a winning record. And Mike Tomlin's playing for his job right now. But Mike McDaniel's playing for his job. Also, both these coaches are playing for the job. I think Mike McDaniel's going to outcoach Mike Tomlin. I think he's going to face a great OC. I just don't believe in this defense. And TJ Watt's also out for this week. Word like some injury happened to him. I hope he's okay. Yeah, he's out for this week because of chest issues with lung collapse. Hopefully he heals up quick, and praise for him. Hopefully he comes back quickly. But I just don't trust that Steelers defense. Man, that Steelers defense cannot handle anything. They're just running through. They just get run over by anyone. The pass game, the run game, not looking good, okay? And Tua, 18 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. If Tua does not turn over the ball, they'll be fine. They had a great game against the Jets. Can you beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh? Maybe. I just don't trust the Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they're just so lackluster. The whole AFC North is so mid. So, yeah. I think the Dolphins, though, they go 7-7. I mean, they're 6-7. Yeah, they go 7-7 after this game. 7-7. Both these teams will drop 7-7, and maybe Eagles, and they're still battling for a playoff spot. It's kind of shocking after dropping that 1-7 or some bullshit. I don't even know what they were. They were terrible. Terrible start. 0-4, 0-3. I didn't even know what they were. They were bad. And they somehow built momentum, and Mike McDaniel's getting his job back probably. So, yeah. Nothing me yapping. I think that is all of our games for the week. Yes, that is all of the games for the week. So, yeah, thank y'all for joining me for this episode of TPC. So, like and subscribe, and get ready for the next video for college and football.